Hey, what's up everyone, Saintsfan back again with another GTA Online Q&A, and today I'll be answering some questions that you guys have or asked me on Twitter. And if you have your own question that you want to ask for a future episode, then you can tweet it with the hashtag AskSaints. But getting this started, we have Liam. Do you think the car will be the technical 2.0 with no explosive resistance and no bullet protection? Honestly, probably. I really don't think many people are going to go out of their way to get this vehicle. I mean, it may be nice, like if you have an unlimited amount of money, obviously you're going to get it just to have an advantage in the new upcoming Target Assault race. I think it's coming tomorrow. So, you know, that'll probably happen, but I really don't think the car is going to be anything special. I don't know why Rockstar even decided to make it, considering how bad the technical is. Like, we have what? 3 different versions of the technical, and now we have this one, which is basically the technical upgraded a little bit. I don't know what their obsession is with this sort of vehicle, but yeah, I really don't think it's gonna end up being anything good. Cookie Man, what do you think of an underground racing DLC that has bosses that you have to beat in a race? If you beat them, you get their pink slip. They will own their own unique cars that we already have that has unique livery or modifications. New police vehicles will also be added. That's an interesting sort of DLC. The only thing with, I guess, racing against NPCs is that most of the time NPCs are very easy. So I'm not entirely sure how Rockstar could like program them to be super difficult. Maybe they just take the NPC traffic, you know, AI programming, and put that in, so the freaking idiots, the NPCs racing, just constantly run into you. Hey, that'd probably be well, that's how the normal races are, right? So that could maybe work. But I would really like to see some sort of underground racing DLC. Like, we have all these other amazing races or styles of races, but we don't have one that's like true to GTA. We don't have that underground racing. And I know that you can do the impromptu races, and that's like a little taste of it, but it's not enough. And I know that in the actual races, like that you can customize and set up, you can add traffic so it feels more like, or it feels more alive, I guess, in terms of how you're driving through the city. But if you could do underground racing in free roam, that would be, I think, a really special, really awesome DLC. Now, they'd have to make it maybe where everyone's in passive if they're doing that. So, kind of like how when you do golf or tennis or something. So, people in jets and all that can't blow you up and kill you and ruin it. But if you were to race other players, and maybe they did throw some NPCs in there, and then the winner of it got a certain amount of money, but maybe you have to put like a certain amount forward. So, it's sort of a risk. I think that'd be cool. But then your idea, if there were certain bosses where you got special liveries or something, that would also be nice. Because in the game, there's nothing like that. There's nothing that, or there's not many things where there's something cool that you have to like complete a challenge or something to get. Most of it, you just got to get money to buy it. So I would definitely like to see some sort of DLC like that. Stardust, with games like Rainbow Six Siege, Skyrim releasing their Ultra HD texture pack, and recently Doom and the new 4K resolution, what do you think of the idea of Rockstar releasing an Ultra HD texture pack for GTA 5, even if you have to pay for it? To be honest, I'm surprised this hasn't happened already. This is what we were thinking the premium edition of GTA 5 coming up this month, I believe, would be, but I don't, at least the rumors have pointed out that it's not going to be that, so maybe they'll do it for the 5-year anniversary in September, but I'm definitely shocked that they haven't done this already, because I feel like people would probably spend $30 on it. I don't think they'd make it 60, but if they made it 30 to get 4K textures, maybe with like a higher frame rate as on the new consoles like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, I think there's a market for that, especially like you said with all these other games doing basically the same thing. Let me know in the comment section, how many of you guys would care about something like that? Like, would you want an Ultra HD 4K pack for GTA 5, and would you pay for it? Then we have V-Snub. Should I get Red Dead Redemption 2? Because I really don't think it'll be on the level of GTA. This is something I've been seeing a lot, and look, we're not going to know much more about Red Dead 2 until more trailers and more information comes out. but it's not gonna be like GTA. Like, even if you go back to Red Dead Redemption 1, it's not like GTA. It's a totally different setting. It's much more grounded. Now, maybe with this upcoming sequel, they may go a little crazier, just kind of like how they did in GTA Online. But for the most part, it's more grounded. And because you're in the Wild West, because you're in that setting, there's not as much. Like GTA 5 or GTA Online, there's so much content because it's kind of like real life. There's an unlimited amount of things that they could add. But back then, you're limited. You can't add new cars, right? You could add new mounts, but there's only a certain amount that you can add, right? There's not, unless they do go crazy with it, there's not, hundreds upon hundreds of mounts that they could add. Same for like clothing and weapons. But to me, at least, I like that a little bit more because it's not as crazy. It's not as hectic. You can sort of enjoy the world a little bit more. And maybe that's just because personally I like to get immersed into worlds like that, like Skyrim, kind of like Fallout, where GTA, I've never really been immersed into something because it's kind of just like real life, so it's nothing really like new, I guess. But for the people out there that are maybe worried or pondering this sort of question, like should I get Red Dead 2 even though I'm not really huge into that sort of stuff. Ultimately, look, you can wait once it comes out. I'll probably get it early and be posting a ton of videos, but I feel like if you enjoy Rockstar games, then you will enjoy Red Dead, especially if you just go into it with a mindset knowing that it's not going to be like GTA. It's going to be sort of completely different. Then we have Cody. Are you hyped for, or are there any games that you're hyped for this year? If so, what games? Mine would definitely be RDR 2, Last of Us 2, and Days Gone. Is Last of Us 2 coming? I don't think it's coming out this year. That's next year, I believe. But yeah, obviously I'm hyped for Red Dead 2. Recently, I actually just played Far Cry 5, and that was actually pretty fun. I'm excited for God of War on the PlayStation, or PS4. That looks amazing. Oddly enough, I believe The Division 2 comes out this year, and from what I've read, it does look and sound kind of interesting there. I think they sort of made it a better version of the first game, so that may be something, that we look into, or that I look into. I know there's going to be a new Call of Duty coming out, but I'm not really too excited about that. I did hear, though, that there's going to be a new Battlefield. That's something that piques my interest a little bit, but those are just a few of the games. If anyone else wants to let me know their most excited or most anticipated games, then please let me know in the comment section. But then the final question from John: if Rockstar, and this is a question of the day, if Rockstar continue giving good events, what business would you like to see next on Double GTA Money? So I think the obvious answer, like the one a lot of people would want, and this kind of includes myself, is import and export. I know maybe with heists you could get more money, but import and export is probably my favorite DLC, my favorite business, because it involves the one thing that I really do love about GTA, the cars. Now, I wish they would update it a little bit so we get some new cars, because I'm tired of driving the same ones over and over again. But I really do like that sort of gameplay, and I think I would enjoy that a lot. But yeah, I mean, look, heists would be great. Honestly, the gun running stuff wouldn't be too bad because it's kind of a let it do its own thing. Like you buy the supplies and then you just wait and then you get a ton of money. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what, if you could pick, what business would you want double money on next? But anyway, there you guys have it. That is a Q&A for this week. Thank you all for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.